Welcome back. Today we're going to be TIG welding overhead 4G to pass a weld test. So let's go back and see how we did this. So starting off, 6mm plate, grinded up, 140 amps. So what we're going to be completing is a 3-run fillet. So our first run, 140 amps, what we're doing is just getting penetration into the joint, a nice slight weave on it, just to penetrate and fuse into both sides of the plate. So to achieve this, we've gone at a 45-degree push angle. So like everything, there is more than one way to do everything. So on this second clip, which you can see now, we're just holding the torch steady with no weave at around a 75-degree angle. So we've gone from a 45 to a 75 on this view. It doesn't matter which way you do it, as long as you're getting consistent results. And throughout this whole process of the route, we're using a lay wire technique. So we're starting to come to the end of our first run now, and as you can see, we've got a nice welding profile throughout the joint, which leads us nicely onto our second run. So on this second run now, the technique's going to change slightly. So what you can actually see now is that we're focusing most of the heat onto the bottom side of the plate, whilst also covering half of the previous run. What this does is it fuses into the bottom end of the plate and also fuses into the previous weld, which if done correctly should be straight all the way across. And because we ran at 145 amps last time, we needed to put less heat into the plate, so we ran this at 125 amps. And we ended up with a good base, which allows us to put our third run, which is the third and final capping run. So moving on to the third run, we're going to show you two techniques. First, the weave technique, where we're weaving onto the previous run and into the plate, and secondly, holding a nice straight torch angle, 75 degrees pointing upwards into the top plate, but making sure that we're fusing both into the previous run and the top of the plate. When using this technique, we have to make sure that our hand is steady and the run is consistent across the whole of the joint. If it's not, your weld profile will look inconsistent and your leg lengths will be different throughout the joint. But as you can see slightly better with this camera angle, the welding profile looks consistent all the way down the joint, and we're getting a nice even ripple formation forming. So these are some methods that will help you out when you're completing a 4G overhead TIG welding test. If you enjoyed this TIG welding class, the playlist you can see on the screen now has got plenty more for you. We'll see you over there. And if you could let YouTube know you enjoyed it by hitting that thumbs up button, it'd be greatly appreciated.